Hey, college coaches, this is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a startup company based in Austin, Texas. We are focused on helping student athletes grow their brand and grow their network as they go through the recruiting process. We're also trying to help them now with the news this morning of the NCAA dead period being extended. We're trying to help them put themselves in a better light in front of college coaches, more about them personally and about their academics and about the recruiting. But most importantly, we're focused on helping student athletes successfully transition from high school to college and then into a career of their choice once football is over. We've got an exciting prospect on the call with us today. He's here locally in Round Rock. Carson Otworth is a class 21 athlete. He's a DB that can also play receiver from Round Rock High School under Coach Jeff Cheatham. He's 6'1", 175 pounds, strong GPA of 3.3, first team academic all-district, which I love, and first team all-district here in 13-6A last year. Carson, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I'm excited to hear more about your story. I've been watching you over these last couple of years in this very tough district, and looking forward to you having a breakout senior year. Let's let these college coaches get to know more about you personally. The most important thing coaches want to know about Carson is your academics. Tell us about the importance that you put on your academics.
Okay, sweet. So I'm an AB student. I work hard in the class. I definitely do. So last year, in about closer to the end of my junior year, I was feeling a little struggle on my focus in the class, and so I got diagnosed with like ADD, very hardcore. I've noticed the struggles in the classroom for a little bit, but not on the field, because I guess one of the things is like if you're enjoying it and you love it, it's like you have more focus on it. But yeah, no, and I just gotten on my medicine and stuff, so I think that this next year with my academics is going to be a lot more, like more. I can't explain it, but it's going to be better.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
No, and I can tell you, Carson, as a father of also an ADHD, ADD student athlete who went on to play at University of Texas and played 7 years in the NFL. It's something, the best thing is knowing, staying on your medication, and getting the help that you need. And it's definitely something you should bring up in your recruiting when you do eventually get on campus, talk with coaches, find out about those extra skills and assistance that is provided by the academic services, and they'll make sure that you're going to be taken care of. So it's nothing wrong with that. And it's funny you mentioned that, because most ADD, ADHD student athletes are usually really good in sports. So obviously you fit that profile just like my son. So nothing to apologize about there. Hey, tell us 3.3 GPA. Are there any of what are your favorite subjects in school right now?
So my favorite subjects, I really enjoyed physics this last year. It was really fun. Physics was fun. I actually, surprisingly, a lot of people wouldn't say this, but I actually enjoyed pre-cal. I enjoyed, because I think the way we got taught it this year was a little bit different than I've been taught in math. So I think I enjoyed it, and also the people that I had in the class. So we all kind of made pre-cal fun. So yeah, I enjoyed the math this year, and but yeah, and I love the academies that we have at our school too. So like my social media marketing class was it was very fun. The teacher made it fun, but also like the marketing side of like all social media is like really interesting to me and stuff. So yeah.
Excellent. I love hearing when teachers and coaches either make the game fun or make learning fun, because when we're having fun, we'll retain more of the information. Hey, take this time to shout out some of those teachers that made learning fun at Round Rock High School. Shout out some of these teachers that have helped you along the way.
So I loved I loved the Miss Thomas. She was really cool. She my math teacher. She was nice and fun. I loved Mr. Rebels. Man, he was definitely a struggle sometimes, because he was very strict on a lot of things, but he was definitely he taught me a lot, and he was a very big impact on that portion of like academics. And also one of my coaches, Coach Rod, he was my position coach last year, and so last year we were always talked about like academics with our position coaches and stuff, and he was kind of like my fallback to like advice and stuff like that, where like I could go in and talk to him about like like advice on how, like what I should do for tutorials and stuff like that. Cause coaches are also teachers. So they like know and are experienced in that sense. So, and he was very personal with me. So that also helped me throughout my
Good
academic.
stuff. That's good to hear. Hey, Carson, you're going into your senior year. Tell yourself as a freshman something you know now that you wish you knew as a freshman.
So, uh, make every year count. Cause like last year, so like freshman year, I came in kind of in this way where I was like, didn't people used to tell me that freshman year wasn't as important, and now that I look back on it, it's like make every year important,
Yeah.
academics in every single year and every single uh, level of education is important, I believe.
Yeah, it's a great point. I tell prospects all across the country that freshman year is important because you may not be thinking about offers and scholarships, but if you have a bad freshman year, you're playing catch up through that sophomore, junior, senior year. So that is great advice. Hey, Carson, another thing that college coaches want to know about prospects is their learning style. Tell these coaches, are you more of a verbal, visual, or hands-on learning style?
So I'm definitely more of a visual learner, as in like uh, so like I can definitely like listen to people and perform it, but when it's set in front of me and I can see it laid out and I can uh like see the way I'm supposed to, it definitely helps my performance level definitely go up, because it's like, and that's what in the classroom as well. So like when teachers are more on, showing me how it's done instead of verbally telling me how it's done, I can get it done. Like visual is definitely how I am. I'm definitely a visual learner.
Okay. You'll be going to college next year. Do you have any ideas of what you want to major in when you get to college?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like more on like the real estate aspect of like the real estate side and stuff. So I kind of want to like maybe be a mortgage broker, which would be fun.
Okay.
So yeah, so definitely like more on the business, majoring in that business and real estate, stuff like that.
Great. That sounds good. Hey, let's move to getting to know you personally. Tell these coaches about your family, your mom and dad, what they do. Are you an only child? Are you the oldest, youngest? Give us a little bit about your family background.
Okay, so I have my mom, which my number one supporter, my mom. I got my stepdad. My he's my father figure in my life. My definitely my go-to on the um strict men side of my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I got my older brother. He's about 20 now, and he's just living his best life where he is. Lives not too far from here. We're all very close family. I am, yeah. So it's just the four of us.
Okay. Tell us, Carson, when you're not working out or playing football, what do you like to do in your spare time? You like to hunt, fish, get out on the lake? What do you like to do in your spare time?
Definitely go out to the lake. Lake is one of my number one things. I am. I'm not much of a partier. Like I don't like the party scene. I'm not that type of kid. But I do enjoy my friends. So when I get the chance to take a break from the stress that all kids have at this age and this during going through the recruiting process and stuff, when I can take my break is definitely going to hang out with my friends and taking the day off at the lake. That's definitely my
Okay.
number one go-to.
Are you a video game guy? Are you Madden 2K, Call of Duty guy, or no?
Yes, I play. You named them all. I'm not too. I used to play 2K a lot back in the day, but now I'm more of a Madden, Call of Duty, and then I kind of play another game, Rocket League. I don't know. It's just I have a couple of games that I play, but I'm starting to slow down on games as much because I'm always working out. But,
Yeah.
but
So it begs the question when it comes to video game, are you giving L's or are you taking L's?
yeah, I'm always winning. I win.
I like it. Hey, tell us, as these coaches want to, guys, we get into the season here, coaches want to get to know more about you through social media. What are some of the apps you spend most of your time in? Are you a Twitter guy, Instagram, TikTok, or Snap?
So I definitely more on Twitter than I am on Snapchat and Instagram. I am on Instagram like going through it. Like I scroll through Instagram and go through Snapchat, but I'm not too much on the posting part of it. Like I do post on Instagram every once in a while, but I'm not too consistent with it. But I definitely would say I'm more of a Twitter person now.
Okay. Tell us, what about your music taste? What do you like to listen to when you're when you're working out or getting hyped before a game? Who are some of your favorite artists?
So you won't usually hear this from many people, but the during my days of like game days or going to work out and stuff, and my playlist is a lot of Christian music.
Yeah,
I
no
listen to
problem with that. Yeah,
and it makes me happy. It's just one of
yeah,
those things that puts me in the best mood I can possibly be in, and I feel like when you're going to work out or when you're working out, I feel like if you're in a bad mood, you're not giving it the time of day and the effort that you should be putting into work. I think that when
yeah.
you're happiest, you're doing your best, in my opinion.
No, I like that. You're actually the second player this week that talked about the other player I talked to from Houston loves gospel music and listens to that when he works out. He said it gets him in a good mood and stuff. So that's I love hearing that actually. Hey, tell us, do you have a favorite actor, actress, author? What are some of your favorite movies and what do you do in your spare time?
So I love. So I don't really have like a specific actor I love, but I do love the combo of Kevin Hart and The Rock. So
Okay.
like, I love them two together.
Yeah.
I also love Will Ferrell and what's it called and Mark Wahlberg together. I love those
Yeah.
two. So I love those all those movies that they're in together. They're funny and they make me laugh. So I love
So are
that.
you a big Jumanji guy? Have you watched both Jumanji movies?
Yeah, I liked it. It was fun. It
Yeah.
was a good movie. It was.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Hey, tell us a little bit about what you're doing to give back here in the Round Rock community. Are you involved with your church? Are you involved with nonprofits? What are you doing to give back?
So so I want to like I'm more of like I've been thinking about it a lot actually about getting more involved in my church and stuff, but it's like the like with COVID and everything, it's like
Yeah.
I haven't been focused on it, which is not where I want to be. I definitely want to be more focused on giving back, and I'm definitely going to get involved in stuff like that. So
Okay.
definitely.
Good deal. Hey, I call this my dream scenario question. Let's say you have 3 or 4 good years in college, and you find yourself in New York City at the NFL draft. Who is sitting at your table waiting for the commissioner to call your name?
This is one of the hardest questions you can possibly ask because and I will say that forever because I have a lot of supporters and a lot of people that are right here with me in every process and every decision I make. So I mean, you're definitely gonna have to bring the mother. My mom is
Yeah.
my number
Right.
one, so definitely have to. But I can't. I don't really know if I wanna pick my others because it's very hard uh, to put that into perspective because it's like I don't know. I just have everybody rooting for
Yeah.
me.
No, I
All
understand.
these
And
close people.
I can tell you from experience when my son Aaron, who went to McNeil and I said played at Texas and got drafted by Buffalo back in 2011, he had the same thought. So we didn't go to New York. We actually stayed at home. We had a big party in Lake Travis. He was able to invite all his friends and teachers and trainers, and we had a big time. So yeah, keep that in mind. And remember, we talked about this when you get drafted in the first round in a few years. Okay.
It's awesome. Thank you. I will.
Okay. Hey, tell us, Carson. You talked a little bit about what you want to do in your life, but when football is eventually over, what do you want your life to look like? What are you doing? Are you going to be married? Do you want to have kids? Tell us what your life's going to look like after football.
So I'm definitely a family oriented guy. So I want to be close to family. I want to have a family. I definitely do. I want to do whatever makes me the happiest. So what if that means if I'm so like in the job perspective, in the job aspect, I'm not looking to make as much money as I possibly can. I'm looking to find what makes me enjoy my life and makes me the best me. I really want to be happy and I really just want the people around me to be happy. And I think that that's the most important thing about life right now is the joy and all that whole aspect of life. So
No, I like it. No, great response. Hey, let's switch over to recruiting here. So obviously, you had a great breakout performance at the Friday Night Lights Combine that we held a couple weeks ago. showing great speed and athleticism. Tell us a little bit about that experience, and were you surprised at your results, or were you right where you want to be going into the season?
Okay, so I definitely enjoyed my results for my L drill and my 4.25. Those definitely made me happy. I wish I could get a rerun on that 40. I definitely didn't feel like I did my best. I'm not, mad about my numbers. I'm not, upset about them, but I definitely believe that if I got another chance to run it, I would definitely, definitely do better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about a combine is it's just that it's basically a track meet, and so next time you go to a combine, I'm sure you'll run faster because you're a great athlete. And obviously, it comes down to film, And as college coaches evaluate you, I watched your huddle video many times, and you're a playmaker. Talk to us about you being an athlete playing on both sides of the ball for Rattler Dragons.
Yeah. So back when I've been like my whole life, I've been on offense, right? So I've been playing offense for a long time. Freshman year, I've played offense, and I think that's where the coaches. So like sophomore year, spring, I played quarterback for JV, and I so I've played quarterback, I've played A back, all the A teams, I played all those. So but I think the coaches saw the athleticism I had, so they said that they saw that they needed it on defense for varsity. So that's when I switched over and played defense for varsity, and I love defense and I love offense. I love both. So I'm just glad that I can be an asset to wherever they put me. I just enjoy, and like, if they put me on any position they want to, I will do the position. I will execute what I need to do to, make my team perform the best.
Yeah. No, our college coaches also want to know: are you involved in special teams? Do you like being involved on special forces?
Heck yeah, put me on it. I'll be anything you want me to be. I'll play. I'll be a returner. I'll definitely be on kickoff. I'll be on all of it. So yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Hey, we're obviously still kind of get through this COVID-19 environment. Tell these coaches what you've been doing to stay in shape for the upcoming season.
So definitely a lot of training. I have a lot of personal trainers that I work with. I work with Sacrifice. I work with BAM Performance. I work with, and then I have my team too. We do a lot of outside work training on definitely like going out to like fields and stuff and working out, but definitely doing it in like safe distance too, because COVID is no joke anymore. But yeah, we nonstop working. It's just it's crazy.
Okay. Tell us, as a DB, let's talk about you as a DB right now, because I think that's a position you'll probably play at the next level. What do you consider your strengths, and what are some of the things you're working on going into your senior year as a DB?
My strengths, I definitely believe that I will show out as a leader. Like I think that I am very vocal on the field, and I believe that I will do everything in my power to put everybody else in the right position to do their job, because I will do mine. I definitely think that I give 120% effort no matter what it is. Reps, sets, anything. No, doesn't just mean on the field. I'm saying anything in life and working out in the classroom and everything. Like I'm someone you can depend on, and someone that is committed. Some of the weaknesses, I wouldn't really call them weaknesses, because I never want to, say that I'm weak at anything, because that's
things you're constructively working on. Yeah.
Football player.
Yeah.
But definitely stuff that I can always perfect, and stuff is my footwork. I can always work on my craft every day. It doesn't matter. I can always get 2% better. So
yeah,
every day.
Okay, good stuff. Hey, another thing coaches always want to know about prospects is their relationship with their high school coaching staff. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with your position coach and your head coach, Coach Cheatham.
Okay, so I definitely believe that I know all of them on a personal level. I'm definitely very personal with them. They're people that I can talk to and not feel worried or judged. So like you can definitely go to them and talk to them about anything. My position coach, so I just switched over to a new position coach this year, but I wouldn't say that's changing anything on my relationship with them. They're all very good people, very good people. And so my position coach last year, we had a very, very good relationship because we talked every day, you know, like we had everyday contact. And so, and I believe that it's just going to be the exact same way when I come over to this position. So, yeah, definitely on a personal level.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about recruiting. What's been your recruiting experience so far? Who you heard from? Who do you want to hear from? And overall, what's been your experience?
So definitely, so my latest, I just got that latest offer from Eastern New Mexico, which was awesome.
Yep.
I will say I'm not gonna put any level under. So like I accept any level of of college. I love at all levels. You know, if you are my fit in college aspect, if you're my fit in the education and the place I feel like is my home, if you're my fit in the coaches and the players that are going to be there, then that's my fit. You know, I don't care about the level of play. You know.
Yeah, no, I think Carson, you're dead on, and you know, sometimes it's frustrating to hear these athletes, these prospects talk about, you know, it's D1 or bust, and oh, I'm D1 guy. And I'm just telling you, as a D2 guy who played linebacker, big time is wherever you are, and you know, nobody really cares about what school you go to. It's a matter, like you said, best education, best playing experience, and allowing football to being able to get the best college education you can get. So I love your attitude. I just wish more players had that. Yes, it's fun. My son played at Texas. It was great to see him play at DKR, but I know a lot of kids that had a great college experience at UIW or UTSA or Texas State. It really is about the right fit. So I'm glad to hear you say that. I really am. Hey, tell us, how do you define leadership, Carson, and how do you plan on leading as a senior for Round Rock this year?
So leadership, I believe, is like a so like when people need to look for something, so like if something goes wrong, people look for leadership. You know, people are always looking for that person to pick them up to to lead the team into success. So I think that leadership is deeper than just on the field. I believe that leadership is like in everything you do. So leadership, I will say, one thing I will say is that I show 100% leadership in everything I do. I will be someone that will support you. I will be someone that is there for anything that you need. And I think that also goes with leadership because all leaders need to be some people that are looked up to. And I believe that if you are comfortable with people and people are comfortable coming to you, then that can make you looked at as a leader, you know? So I'm definitely someone that talks to younger kids and it gets comfortable with people around me, and that if you need to talk to me, I am there like 120%, and I am locked in, and I will listen, you know? So, and I think that is one of the main aspects people forget about on leadership is
Yeah,
that is being willing to listen and accept the pain that comes in with everything else. So it's like in defeat and all that stuff.
right. No, great definition and great explanation. I like that a lot. Hey, tell me, is there a certain player at the college or pro level that you pattern your game off of? Who's some of your favorite DBs or receivers?
So I definitely liked last year I was kind of like patterning my playoff of like Bam Bam Cam, whatever you want to call him, Cam Chancellor.
Mm-hmm.
He's so
Mm-hmm.
good. I love to hit people. I love to come down, and I think that when Cam got in the box, he definitely like hit people. Like
Yeah.
he wanted
Yeah.
to go and be aggressive in everything that he did, and I love that. And he can also cover. I love that he could drop back and he could cover too. You know, he could do it. He could do it all.
Yeah.
This year coming to free safety, I kind of look at like more of like an Ed Reed style. I love that. So like I said, I played a lot of offense. So
Mm-hmm.
playing a lot of offense makes me want the ball, you know? And I think that Ed Reed was basically playing offense, but on defense, because from how many touchdowns, how many picks he had, he basically played offense as a defensive player. And I love that.
No, it's a great explanation. Hey, tell these coaches they want to know, what other you're a great athlete. Obviously, you have good size. What other sports have you played while you've been at Round Rock?
So I played basketball freshman year just to get an experience at high school level of basketball. That was fun, but it took off from a little bit of football, so that it didn't really work out for me in that sense. But I do a lot of track. I do track and yeah, I do track, track and football.
There's not a college coach who doesn't love a football player that runs track. Tell these coaches one thing that you learned from track that has made you a better football player.
Discipline when you're running. It's like it's more down to like a mental aspect of like, if like once you're in there, it's go time kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Hey, take this time to shout out some of your teammates. There's a lot of talent over at Round Rock coming out this year. Who are some of the players that you would let these college coaches know? You might want to look at these guys. There's some guys that they should be recruiting. Who are those guys?
Dang, this is hard because there's a lot of special talent on my team. I will say my DBs. I'll always say my DBs. The ones out there with my secondary with me is Ty Dillon. You know him in his work ethic and all that stuff, and Davion Finch and Trey McCarty. We're all four. Our secondary is going to be talented this year. I believe the kids that are going to be underneath me, so my linebackers, those linebackers are going to be crazy good this year. I'm telling you, please do not pass up the linebackers this year. They're definitely going to be something special. D-line, same thing with them. On the offensive side, there's the wide receiver that he didn't get his chance last year. I think that in Tyler Clifton, I think that he is going to be special this year. I feel like when he got the ball last year, he executed. So this year is definitely going to be special with him. I think being a leading receiver on our team. Israel Morgan, he's our running back. He's a man, he's crazy. He's a dog mentality no matter what he does. And I feel like everybody that sees him plays knows that instantly. Our linemen, our O-line, do not pass him up ever. Like I feel like people always underrate O-linemen in every school. I feel like they're not as looked at as they should be because these dudes are special. They make it work on the offense. You know, you can't if you don't have an O-line, you don't have a team. You don't. Right. You don't have so definitely look at. I got Braden McMullen, Braxton Train, and Colby Kaltenbacher, all great players. Then I have Seth Ford, QB1, one of my closest friends. He's definitely an athlete. Man, it's crazy. Back in the day, I used to go to camp with him. He was like, and he didn't know me at the time, and I knew him, and because he was Seth Ford. Everybody knew Seth. But I loved it. He beat us in every sport we played. He's just all around like stud athlete, and I think that this year is going to be special for him. And I think that college coaches need to understand that he's about to go off. The man's good.
Nah, great job shouting out your teammates. Hey, last couple of questions here. We'll let you get back to your day. Hey, tell these coaches why you think your game translates to the college level.
Okay, so I definitely am someone that is dependable. So I think that when going to the collegiate level, people don't know you. People don't understand. They don't know who you are as a person. And I think being a freshman, you have to earn respect and stuff like that. So I think people need to understand that I am dependable and I'm committed and that I will give 120% no matter what it is. So I think that is effort is your number one. My attitude, my attitude is perfect. I'm not someone who likes to argue on the field. I'm someone who it's next play. It's not someone who is sitting there trying to get a stupid flag. You don't want that. So I think that I'm definitely someone you can depend on and off the field, 100%.
Okay. Hey, last question. I've watched you play the last couple of years, and I love your energy and the way that you lead your team. Tell these coaches about your competitive spirit. Every coach loves a competitive player. Talk a little bit about how competitive you are.
You have to be competitive if you play football. Like, you're not doing it right if you're not competitive. You
Right.
know, I think when you step on the field, you know, practice field or game field, you know, if you're stepping on the field, you're competing. And if even if it's yourself, you know, like even if it's you out there by yourself, you're competing against yourself. You know, you're trying to make yourself better. And I think that my competitive nature is definitely something that is special about me.
Right. Well, Carson, man, I've enjoyed getting to know you more personally. I know these college coaches are definitely going to enjoy watching this video, this interview. Hey, continue to be safe. I'm looking forward to being on the sideline and watching you here pretty soon. If you need anything, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Other than that, man, have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you on the sideline soon.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, thank you.